We're understanding what being a sovereign is. Mastery of self, self-governed. You don't need a system to show up because you are acting in your right mind. You're standing under God. We've got laws of maxim, and I've showed you the laws of maxim, which are in the UNA Beginner Law Book, which, as I told you, you can go and get from unauniversity.com. All right? If I'm going into court, I'm putting God's laws on record for that court. And I need this to be made clear. You guys are not understanding the spiritual aspect, not only of this dimension, but of this society. You going into court and you don't understand that's a spiritual undertaking you're ready to go into. All rise. That's a seance. And it's saying, all rise, you dead people. All rise. Because the only thing they can deal with in a court is dead people, persons. They can only deal with dead persons. And those of y'all who know. So if you don't know what a person is, that's why you need to be in the university. So we got a situation here where you're going into court. You want to start recognizing that this is a spiritual undertaking that you're ready to go into and that you're dealing with. And this is why I say it's important to know law, all of the laws. These laws, as we get higher, these are the most important laws. We're talking about natural law. Natural law, it deals with the natural ways of all objects and beings which manifest in the third dimension. But one of the things I need you to understand about natural laws, we live in abundance. That's what nature says. Nature says we live in abundance. Whatever you put out, it comes back. If I go plant one tomato seed, is nature gonna be stingy with me and just give me a half of? No, nature is gonna give me a whole bunch of seeds. That's how nature works. That's how this universe works. We live in abundance. When you put an energy out, it must return. It's the same thing. The natural laws are only doing what universal law says. We live in abundance. If you want it, you give it away. See, y'all be looking for, where I can sign some paperwork because I need to get some money. I need to make this the money. This is the money. I just told you we live in abundance. But y'all know, because see, my bank account, the law says we live in abundance. If you want it, you must give it away. And when my students, see, again, my people got inflated tires. And my people be rocking and rolling. I don't know about your people. But my people understand these laws and they know how to use them. So when it comes to any kind of financial, whatever, this and that, and I got to pay for this and that, they know that it's always an investment. They know it is always an investment. I don't care if I'm ready to go out and eat at Checkers or Wendy's. I know I'm going to get that back times two, at least. They know when they go pay a light bill, water bill, gas bill, they don't stress about it because they know they get ready to get it back. This is an investment. It doesn't matter what you're paying for. Again, my students have changed their mindset so that nothing in this place bothers them and everything in this place they use to uplift themselves. If you are not at that point, that's why you need the university. So I'm in this room going back to this group of people that I was dealing with, and all of them want to be victims, and all of them want to be upset with the system, and all of them want to fight and want to be angry. I don't know anybody who's won doing that. Because you don't win in a lower vibratory state. They all the way down here, they anger and shame and grief, but you want to win. You can't be operating down here if you want to win. Pay attention. See, I'm giving you the money right here. I'm trying to help you get your mindset right because I want you to be my people. All right? And all it takes is a change of your mindset. You don't have to fight unless you want to fight. But if you understand this simple principle, public and private, federal versus state, county versus state, when you understand those simple principles, everything becomes simple. There is no fight. So this guy is thinking, but you up under the state. He don't know what county is, and he doesn't know they're separate because he thinks it's all the same thing. But it's not, because you don't know law. Then he goes on to say to me, he's yelling at me, I know this system because my brother is in prison for murder and he can't get out. And we mortgaged the house to sell it so we can get my brother out of prison. And he's still... Okay. Does he have a trust? And my brother's still in jail. Does he have a trust? And I don't believe this system. Sir, does your brother have a trust? No, he don't have no. That's the problem. He doesn't have a trust. So you want to be yelling and all this, and the lawyers, you mean to tell me we paid the best lawyers on the stage? And did they tell you about the trust? They're not going to tell you about a trust. Why would they not tell you about a trust? Because the lawyers are under the jurisdiction of the state. They're not going to tell you about what can empower you and free you, because they're not free themselves. I told you. It's like asking a dead fictitious entity to give you sovereignty when you under the dead fictitious. They just as dead and fictitious as the state is. How can they tell you something when it's purposely been kept from them? A lawyer cannot tell you about how to get yourself under trust and free you. A lawyer cannot even tell you about the financial instruments of the court that I just told you about. Why can't they tell you? Well, they're going to be disbarred because they are part of the state, and the state wants to keep those funds. But federally, you have a right to them. But will they ever tell you that? No, because you don't know law. You think you know the system, but you don't know this game, sir. If he's not under trust, then stop talking and listen. This is what I mean when I say my people. Them are my people. My people are the ones who listen and they learn to uplift themselves. My people don't even end up in that situation in the first place. So let me go into this. Remember to keep that bell on for notifications. Follow UNA Republic for more great information.